You are welcome back to my channel. This is Sharp TV on YouTube. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel before we start the tutorial. This is a channel where you learn how to sharpen clipper blade different types. This is a channel where you learn how to sharpen different type of stone surfaces. This is a channel where you learn how to maintain your stone surfaces, how to form stone surfaces, how to make use of the stone surfaces you have formed. This is a channel that's going to teach you how you are going to be using your stone surface forever, everlasting. No need to refresh, no need to resharpen. You continue using it, everlasting. It's going to give you the best of the job, best of the sharpening. Now, our tutorial for today is how to sharpen clipper blades. How to sharpen clipper blade. Can you see the one with wire? At the same time, the trimmer. Are you going to sharpen clipper blade different types? Yeah. Let me hang the camera so that we start from somewhere. Please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, let us subscribe before we go. This video you are watching, look under it by the right hand side. You see where the right subscribe. SUBSCRIBE, subscribe. Use your finger to press it. It will not change to subscribe with notification bell. Press notification bell. It will not give you 3 bell option. Press one at the topmost, painted white or black in color, which means you have subscribed. You have press the notification button. The moment you come on live, you are going to be getting notified. Immediately you are going to get notification. Immediately you are going to get the notification. I'm trying to set the camera very well so that when we start the tutorial, you can be able to see the stone very well. You can be able to see the stone very well. Yeah, let's leave it in this way. Let us do fast so that we won't waste much time at all. We won't waste much time. Not waste much time at all. This bolt we have removed. If you want to return this bolt back, you have to return it back to exactly this place. Let's put it here. Let me drop this one somewhere. Let me place it somewhere. And then put this one here. Let's clean the blade. I want to remove the oil and the body and to make it clean. I'm very sorry for this. Let me keep this one safe somewhere here. The bolts. can see the blade. Yeah. Then let me come with another rag so that I can be able to clean it very well, because oil or treatment is not friendly with masking tape. You need to clean it very well so that we remove the oil completely at the back of the blade, the upper and the bottom clipper blade, so that we remove it completely. You remove it completely. Yeah. There's the masking tape. I want to apply the back to allow my thumb to have full control over the blade. I'm trying to press the masking tape at the back very well, and you make sure your hand is very clean, free from the oil, kerosene, or any treatment. But the moment your hand is wet and use it to touch here, it's going to affect it. Let me show you. You can see the mouth. You leave the gap by the mouth. You see the gap? You shouldn't use the masking tape to cover the whole mouth. Watch this one too. You leave the gap. You see like this. You leave the gap. You have to clean the stone surface. This one is smooth surface stone, smooth surface. You have to clean the carbon on the surface, the particles of iron, the particles of stone. You have to clean it. Yeah. After application of oil, spread it to cover the whole surface very well. And you come with a biscuit, special stone to balance the surface. You can see it. See where it's touching the stone. You go clockwise circular form, you go anti-clockwise circular form. You see? You now come with the biscuit bone. The two stones are very different from each other. This one and this are different. They are different. Together with this one, there are three different types of stones I'm using together now. Three different types of stones. Now apply kerosene to cover the surface again. I clean my finger and now place my blade at the angle of 45 degree. 45 degree. How do I get it? This angle of 0, 180, upright 90, 270 down. Then from here to here is 90 degree, divided into 245 degree. This angle of 45 degree to place the upper and the bottom clipper blade at the same angle of 45 degree. Then I divide my blade into two. I'm sharpening this one on this half part. I'm sharpening the other one on the half part. Anything I do for here, I repeat for the second side too. The same. Let's go 30 times. That's 30 times. That's 30 times. Clean the back. I'm going 20 times here again. That's 20 times. So anything you do for one side, you repeat exactly the same thing for the other side. See the surface? You can see the surface. You see it. Let's repeat it again. As I used to say, for learners, don't rush to test your blade. When you sharpen your clipper blade and you confirm it's good or you are doubting, you can still repeat it one time again to be completely sure that the clipper blade you have sharpened is okay. So I'm applying the kerosene to cover the whole surface after using the biscuit bone or the catalyst. The catalyst supplying powder on the surface of the stone, number one, and to make the surface flatten. That's number two. That's 40 times. Then I want to do the finishing for the upper clipper blade. You see what I'm using? You can see the area I'm choosing to use. You see it? Five. Yeah, this one is okay. Now I want to go for the bottom clipper blade. So I want to clean the surface, the stone surface for the bottom clipper blade. See, I've cleaned it very well now. I've cleaned it very well. It's clean now. Now apply the oil. Now spread the oil. Spread the oil. I use the special stone again to balance the surface, to flatten the surface, to correct any error on the surface of the stone. So you have to go back, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Sharpening TV, press the notification button so that you go back to go and watch my videos. How you form all these stones. There are different stones which you use. All these are material stone which used on the super hard manner sharpening stone to give you effective sharpening, correct sharpening. So that's not going to be wasting your time at all. And any blade you sharpen on it is going to give you the best sharpening. When you sharpen 20 sets of clipper blade, the 20 is going to work. This one is biscuit bone, or we call it catalyst. So I'm applying kerosene to cover the whole surface of the stone. Now I want to go for the bottom clipper blade. Can you see the surface? Let me get closer here very well. You see it? You see like this? You see the surface? So we are going to sharpen. This one is a real iron. You can see the side. They're very thick, stubborn, heavy. They're very heavy. So if your stone is not strong, you can't sharpen or this type of clipper blade using the stone. You cannot sharpen it correctly. And this type of clipper blade is used to spoil the surface of the stone. If you don't know the way to activate your stone very well, it's going to spoil the surface. It will not sharpen this one, and this one is going to spoil the surface again. So you have to know the way to form your stone surface and how to activate your stone surface very well to achieve the correct sharpening. I'm placing it at an angle of 45 degrees. So I'm going for 60 times here, 60 times here. That's 60 times. I have to reactivate the surface again because the number I counted is too many. So it almost consumed the chemicals on the surface of the stone. So we have to repeat the activating for the other side of the blade. So I've went for, let me show you this one now. What's happening is this is where the stone touch here, which means say this area is down. The stone has not touched here. And without stone touching here, this blade cannot be sharp. We have to scrape all this area down. We have to scrape here down, scrape here down. When I scrape here down very well, the same level with here, scrape it down. It will now come to meet the level of this area. And once it's come to meet the level of this area, now you balance it up, it's going to sharpen, it's going to be sharpened correctly and cut here very well. Now let's go. So I'm repeating 60 times here too. Now 60 times. So you have to be very, very careful with the counting of the number. Then you have to be a very, very good observant. You can be able to watch the inside of the blade. Let me show you exactly what I meant, or what I mean by watching the blade very well. You see the surface of the blade. This is what you call inner surface. Like this is the inner surface of the blade. This environment I'm working through, you see that this is the inner surface of the blade. Then when you start the sharpening, you have to see three things, three signs inside the blade. In this surface, you have to notice three things. Number one, where this stone surface, the surface like this, you take this one to rub on the surface of this one. You use the inner surface of this to rub the surface of this one with chemical, with powder on the surface. So it's going to chop. It's going to chop the inner side of this one, the blade. Then you are going to notice three different signs. Number one, where the stone work very well, where the stone touch very well. This environment, the stone touch here very well. This environment, the stone touch here very well. Watch carefully, the stone touch here very well. Here and here the same level. Then the second area now, when you watch carefully now, this environment, this one is partially. The stone touches, but this one is partially. Then this area is partially. This environment, this narrow area. I can see it very well here, but I don't know whether you can see it very well through the screen. You see, this is the partially here. Then when you look at this area, watch like this, from here to the front, the stone doesn't touch it at all. The stone doesn't touch it at all. And this is where we are going. This is the area we are going. So we have to scrape all this area down to come and meet the level of this area. When the level of this two area comes down to meet the level of here, then then we start the sharpening. But by now, we are trying to scrape it down to make all this area lower. These two areas are heel area. They are very, very hot. This area is down totally. So we have to scrape it very well. This tool now can do it, but it's going to delay time. But I normally use it in the beginning of the tutorial so that you can be able to see where the stone start working, where the stone touch very well, where the stone chop very well, where the stone chop partially, and where the stone is not touched at all. This stone will give us. When I use the other stones, you can't see all these things, just scrape everything at once. So it just be like magic. When I come to show you, I want to sharp, the next time I come, say sharpen correctly. You want to know the step by step I'm taking. Now I'm going to remove this and I'll put another stone surface there to make the work faster. This one is smooth surface. So this one is quartz. This one is quartz surface. This one is stronger than the first one I was using. Not to waste our time, not to waste our chemical, not to waste our energy. But this one now, this one is not using the special stone. You cannot use this one on this quartz. This one is quartz. I don't know whether the camera can pick it. Okay, this one is normal. This one is normal stone. This one is quartz. So these two now, you can't use this special stone on it. Only the smooth surface. Let me return this one. You can use this one. This one is biscuit bone or catalyst, or this one. You see it? All these one are the same. Catalyst or biscuit bone. You can use any one. So I'm using the biscuit bone or the catalyst to spread the oil at the same time to scrub. You see like this? Consider this. Let me get closer to see the flatness on the surface. You can see the flatness. Look at here. So this one has becoming flattened at the same time making this one flatten. The number two, this one is in form of powder. The more I rub it, the more this one is reducing in size. It should now be reducing powder, releasing powder on the surface of this one to cover the whole surface as a coating. C-O-T-I-N-G, as a coating. So there's powder on the surface now with the oil. Then after I now come back with the kerosene now, we now mix up with the oil, then with the powder. You know the powder absorbed the oil. Then the kerosene now, we now dilute it now. Mix it up again. You see like this? Now, I will show you before I start so that I can be able to see how the surface is before we start. So that you can know how effective this stone surface is compared to the first one I was using, the smooth surface. You see like this? So if you want to use your stone, if you want to be using stone, like say you are using the engine, electric clipper blade sharpening machine to sharp, you have to know how to form different type of stone surfaces. So far you know how to form all these type of different surfaces. This one is the lowest grade here. The first one I used is the lowest grade. All the rest stone now are very powerful than this one. Now let us go. You see the difference now. So I'm going 50 times. first side, 50 times the other side. That's 50 times for one side. The chemical is already dry up, so we need to retreat the surface for the second side because we are counting longer number. That is 50 times to and fro. 10 times to and fro, 5 times to and fro, 15 times to and fro, yes, 20 times to and fro. We don't need to reapply the chemical again. But the first one I've chopped it off almost 50 times to and fro. So we need to activate it the way we have activated for the first side, so that when the iron is chopping in the inner surface, it's got to be balanced. The level have to be the same, the shining have to be the same. Those are the things you take note. You see that? So I've sharpened for this side to and fro 50 times. When I go, come back 1, 2, 3, counting to 50 times. Now I'm going for this side now. That's 2 and 4, 50 times each for one side. Let us see the inside now. You see what I'm trying to explain very well. This one is powerful, and this one is, I go with light pressure. I didn't press fuel at all. I just hold it lightly, be going on top. If I apply pressure on it, it's going to chop very fast. And as I even apply the pressure, let me come back and show you now. You can see the difference now. It's almost done, but it's not done completely. Remain this area. I can see it clearly here, but through the skin, I don't know whether you can see it very well. It remains here a little. But when you monitor the engine, it's going to cut. But this area cannot last. I know what I'm saying. Cannot last. Maybe if you use this one like 2 weeks now, after a week now, this one is going to dull. The work is not going to be perfect. And you have to sharpen all the surface to be the same. It has to be the same, so that when you monitor the clipper engine, all will be working fine. If dullness is going to come, it has to come once, and to be coming slowly, by slowly. No, let us go again. I'm going to repeat the sharp maybe like 3 times. I will go now. That will be second time using this one. Then the third time now, I will now finish it up. I will show you. I want to finish the sharpening. When you sharp, when you have achieved your aim, how are you going to make the surface to be completely flattened, total shining across, so that when you put it on that test with your manual testing, you have to see the correct sign you're supposed to see. It doesn't mean until you mount it on the engine. Let me show you the engine. It doesn't mean that until you sharpen finish, you now mount it on the engine, you now go and test. It will now fail you. You now remove it again and come back. No, I don't do it. I don't do my own work in that way. When I sharpen the clipper blade raw like this, with my hand, I need to test. Then there will be a sign I'm going to see. Once I see that sign, the clipper blade is sharpening correctly. But if that sign doesn't cover the whole surface, which means the side that sign doesn't cover, I have to resharpen the area to make it very, very flat. But anyone are sharpening, because once you follow the step by step to sharpen the clipper blade, all the surfaces have to work very fine at the same time. Now let us go again. You see, I've used the steel bone to spread the oil. At the same time, you now apply just little pressure, not too much pressure, because if you apply too much pressure, this one go to be over chopping. So everything have to be, you have to regulate everything. You see that you don't need to overuse it. You see the way I'm using it. So this one now is doing 2 things. It's flattening the surface of this stone, making it flatten. Any area that's going up is bringing it down. Then area that's likely to form shallow area, it will balance it up, not to form shallow area, so that all the complete surface have to be flattened. And at the same time, this one is releasing powder. This one is in form of powder. I'll show you the sample now. This one is solid powder, solid. These are the type of stone some stylists, barber engineers, those who get idea about the sharpening, they say fake stone, fake. They call it fake, F-A-K-E, fake stone. It's very, very light. This is the type. It's very, very light. It's not as heavy as this one. This one is about 3 times heavier than this one. So when this one drop onto the floor now, it's going to pieces. But when this one drop on the floor, it's not going to break. It's not easily broken. This one is too hard. It's too hard. This one is light. This one is light. I'm sorry. This one is light. This one is light. So when this one fall on a very, very hard object, it's going to break or pieces, but it be a very, very heavy downfall. You see like that? So this one is very light. The what I use for biscuit bone or catalyst is very, very light. So after we now apply the kerosene, you now spread your kerosene to cover the whole surface. Don't just apply little and be starting to start your sharpening. No. I don't do it like that in my own studio here. Everything you want to do, you do it accordingly. Yeah, you follow the step, the procedures. Even people standing looking at you or your customers, they will know that the way you are arranging your work, you are a real professional in the line. Not just to do everything roughly. No. We don't do it that way. Now, I want you to take note of one thing. Where many barber stylist proprietors get mistakes. This clipper blade now, I want to sharpen it, remain 2 times. After this one now, I'll now still go another one, remain 2 setting now. Then this is where I position my thumb here and here. The one you want to sharpen, I place my thumb around here. I divide into 2. Let me come with another pointer again. I'll be able to understand what I'm saying. Just a minute, I'm coming. You see like this. I divide the blade into 2. I divide into 4. You see like this. I position my thumb here. I position my thumb here for sharpening. These are the 2 areas I position my thumb for sharpening. You see like this. Then the mistake some people used to do. See the back of the blade here. This is the back of the blade where the upper clipper blade used to lay. Let me show you here. I want to show you something so that I can be able to know where exactly you are going to be placing your thumb. You see where it's laying at the back here. This area where it's laying here, and the front here within this environment here. So if you place your thumb at the back here, if you rest your thumb at the back here, then you complete your sharpening. If you test, you are going to see the sign here, but it will not be shown properly here. Then when you mount the clipper engine on the clipper blade on the engine, the low cut is not going to work. Only the center to the front is going to work. When you mount your pressure here, around this area, watch carefully, around this area at the back, here like this. The middle cut will work, the skin will work. But when you adjust your lever, adjustable lever down to the 100% gap, that's low cut setting. It will not cut at all. When the upper clipper blade is here, let us watch carefully. You see the upper clipper blade, the ram together here is going to work. When you take it to the halfway, it's going to work. When it comes to the low cut setting like this, it's not going to work at all. So which means you have mistakenly mount your pressure around here at the back of it like here. Once you mount your pressure here, like you place your thumb like this, after the sharpening now, front is going to work, middle is going to work, the low cut is not going to work at all. It will be comping. But if you want your work done perfectly, this is the back of the blade, this is the front of the blade. You find the center is around there. You see like that? Then you come to this side. Watch carefully. You mount your pressure here. You mount your pressure here. So after the sharpening now, the whole complete surface now is totally flattened. It's totally flattened like this. And once you place the upper clipper blade on it, you treat it, you run it, you lubricate it, then you hold the engine down like a minute or 2 after you put mass of air to test. All is going to work. All is going to work. There are some areas to place your thumb at the back of the blade. After the sharpening, one area will work, the other area may not work at all. And at the same time, when you mount your pressure around this front, after the sharpening now, the low cut is going to work. Center to the front is not going to work at all. But when you adjust your clipper blade to the back, it's going to cut low cut. From the center to the front, it's not going to work at all. You see like that? Now, where are we going to put our thumb? See, here, this is the center here. You mount your pressure here within this environment. You mount your pressure here within this environment. You're going to get the best of the result. You see like that? Let us go now. Now I want to go 30 times here, 30 times here. I want to maintain one side, then I have to be faster. Light pressure, fast movement. That's 30 times. So what you have done for here, you have to repeat the same thing for here. Those are the things a professional normally put into consideration. Those who don't know much about the sharpening, when you use one side, you sharpen, and your first sharpening has consumed the chemical on the surface of the stone. You now sharpen the second side on it. The surface will not be the same. The chop will not be the same. It will not resemble. But anything you do for one side, you have to repeat the same thing exactly for the other side too. Watch carefully now. That's 30 times. Still remain here, which I'm going to come closer so the camera can pick it. Remains here like this. There's shallow here. Within this area I covered. There is shallow here within this environment. I covered this area. Why you see that black color? It's a shallow area. Very, very shallow. So we have to repeat the whole sharpening again. The more we reduce the entire surface of the blade, it will now come to the level of this center, this shallow area. And once it's come to the level of this one, the whole surface will be balanced the same level, the same total shining across. To use the stone is very, very technical. It's not like sharper. Just there are some areas they resemble, there are some areas they don't resemble. But if you know how to use stone very well, we use sharper perfectly. That's 30 times. That's 30 times again. Still remain little here. Remain little within this area. It's reducing. Let me come closer. Within this environment, see that very, very black. It's dark area. Though as it is now, if you mount it on the engine, it's going to work. When you run it properly, all is going to work. But as a professional, we have to remove it from here. We have to remove it from the sharpening. You should not wait until we mount it on the engine. We have to remove it totally, so that the whole surface is going to be balanced. It's going to be flat in the same. That is why some people get problem using the stone. If you cannot calculate very well, you cannot watch very well, you have to be very, very good observant. Somebody who can watch the inner surface very well, you try to differentiate between the inner surface, where you differentiate between the color within the shining. You take note very well. Wherever you see the black color, that area is down. Wherever you see the shining, that area, at times the shining may be down, at times the shining may be up, depending. Clipper blade use dull. Anywhere you see overshining, that place is down. Clipper blade use dull. Anywhere you see overshining, that place is down. But in sharpening, during the sharpening like this, during the action, anywhere you see the black, that area is down. Anywhere you see the shining, that area is up. Reverse the case to the clipper blade use dull. That's 40 times. times. It's a very strong blade. The sign is still there. It's still there. It's still there. Five. 25. Yeah, remain small. Out of 100% now, I've removed almost 95%. Remain 95% here. Remain 95%. Let me get closer whether the camera can pick it. This environment where I covered. This environment where I covered. Let me remove the basket, the pointer. You see, just dark in form of line. The area is shallow. Though you cannot disturb this blade from working, but as a real professional, we have to remove it. It has to be like this. We have to remove it. If you want it on the engine, it's going to work. It's going to work, but we have to remove it. There should be no any dark portion there. Everything has to shine across. Everything has to shine across. That's 30. That's 30 times. So you should be keeping your counting in mind very well. You shouldn't be over counting. When you count to and fro 30 times for one side, you still repeat the same thing 30 times to and fro for that side again, the other side. If you go to and fro 40 times for one side, you have to repeat the other side 40 times to and fro. Yeah, the surface is balanced now. Let me come with the pointer. The surface is balanced now. Look exactly what I'm saying. Look at the surface now. As if it is a nail clipper blade. You can see the inner surface of it. Color the same, flatness the same. You see, so you can use your stone, like say you are using the sharper. So far you know how to form the stone surface, then you know how to activate the surface of the stone very well. You know how to make your movement. You know how to where exactly you place your thumb. All these are very important. Once you understand all these things, they are going to sharpen clipper blade correctly, perfectly, and they have to be fast. This stone is as fast as anything. It's as fast. It's just like sharper too. It's like sharper. You see like this. Now let us test now whether the clipper blade we are sharpening is correct. You see the bottom clipper blade. You place the upper clipper blade on it. You see like this. You now press firmly. You'll be shifting from side to side. If you do it very well now, if the clipper blade is sharpening correctly, we have to see black carbon. It will cover the inner surface of the blade. Black carbon. See the black carbon there. So this testing now, this is what I call freehand testing styling method. Freehand testing styling method. When you test it in this way, then you see that carbon that cover the inner surface of the blade, the upper and the bottom clipper blade, which means the blade has been sharpened correctly. And then when you mount it on the engine, clipper engine, it's going to work like a new one. But if the shine doesn't cover, the area you see the carbon black, that's the area that's going to work. Anywhere you see the stainless, that area is not going to work at all. Those are the things you're supposed to take note in sharpening. Not until you put your blade, your sharpening finish, you mount it on the engine, you now test. No, you're supposed to know from the sharpening through your hand, through the testing from your hand, whether the clipper blade is sharpened correctly or not. So far you can see that sign. It's going to work. It's going to work. Once the sign is not there, you see now, the sign it has been forming now. But it's a very, very strong iron. You need to do it very well. If to say it's a soft one, it start to show very well. But this one now you see it, but it not be somehow too much like that. And you have to press on too much before you can get the sign correctly. The very strong iron, very, very stubborn. But once you can sharpen this type of clipper blade neat, it should normally last before it's going to be done. See like this. Look at the surface now. You see the carbon, you see black color. You see the black color. You see the black color. So that black color now means the clipper blade has been sharpened correctly. And when you treat it, you run it, you mount it on the clipper engine, it's going to be working like a new clipper blade, or even better than the new clipper blade. So that is step by step to sharpen tapper clipper blade, very strong one. I'm removing the masking tape. So I want to return it back to the clipper. Don't forget, where you remove the bolt you remove for here, you have to return it to that place exactly. I'm sorry. Oh my God. So we are still coming back to sharpen this. So I'm coming back to sharpen the trimmer to show you the step by step to sharpen the trimmer. So please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, remember to subscribe and press the notification button so that anytime I come on live to sharpen the clipper blade, you can be able to get the notification immediately I come on live. And if you not hold your phone within that period, immediately you hold your phone, you have to see the notification immediately. So thank you for watching my video. Be expecting another valuable tutorial very soon. Thank you.